look at what's happening now. Hey guys, it's Keith Allen. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Gonna give you an overview on what I'm seeing in the charts right now. And as we speak, Bitcoin is pushing past technical resistance at the 50-day moving average. Whether it can hold here or not remains to be seen. But let's, before I dive deeper into the analysis, let's just take a quick look at fire charts and see what the liquidity looks like here on that time frame. So looks like we see some pretty solid market buying action. Look at whales. Purple whales are just absolutely lighting it up right now, almost vertical. Really all class. Well, the mega whales aren't buying into this yet, and the smaller class is selling, but this has been kind of a TWAP strategy of distribution out of that yellow class as price pushes up. Looks like we just pierced the 43K level, which leaves some room for us to grow. That's very, very interesting to me as we are heading into a monthly close here in just a couple of days. Looking at the monthly, actually, I want to move out to, since we're in here, I want to move to the 6-month chart and take a look at what we're seeing here with liquidity movement. Hold on one second. Let me just open up this chart a little, expand this chart a little bit for you. What we can see is up here where we had so much strong resistance at the 50K level, 48 to 50K level, a lot of that has moved down. And by doing so, we're now looking at resistance in the 43 to 45 level. So maybe a little more sentiment for this level. But boy, with the price action we're seeing right now, it's going to be interesting to see if that moves. But just based on this move right here, makes me think that there is less sentiment for a breakout past 45K at the moment. That's a short-term view, right? And things can change very, very quickly. On the bid side, we also see bids fading here a little bit, but this is pretty dynamic, right? We actually saw a lot of this bid liquidity move into the range, move into the active range, and then quite a bit of it was converted into market orders, and that is what helped push price up to where we are at this stage in the game. Let's even go to the daily here. Look, you had a block here move up. Believe it or not, that's only less than 5 million, and it doesn't take a lot to trigger the algos to start doing this. But once price cleared, right, we saw this market buying action here. Once price cleared this level, we saw this block move up here to serve as support to inspire this push above. So now, not a ton here between here and 43.5. Maybe we get a crack at 44. And 45 today. I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised to see this kind of action since we do have a monthly close coming up very, very soon. And with that, I want to go back to the candle chart and analyze what we're seeing here. So as I said, green weekly close, which gave us a set of trend precognition long signals here. These signals are tentative, but this is the A2 plus algo here with the arrow, the A1 algo with the dot on the bottom, and we have confluence between those two algos. That's usually a pretty good indication that those signals are going to print. These signals are tentative until this candle closes here, but what they're indicating, if they remain valid, is that price is not going to go below last week's low, which was around 38.5. So remains to be seen whether we can hold above this 50-day moving average. It's being tested right now. And what's going to happen on the monthly? Will we get a new monthly candle here, a new monthly signal from trend precognition? The monthlies have been pretty solid throughout the history of this algo and this chart. So I'm always watching our daily, weekly, and monthly opens and closes for potential new signals. So we might find out that this ends up being our local top for now, but that remains to be seen. Something else we're paying attention to here is what's happening on this fib retracement. This box represents the golden fib between the 0.5 and the 0.618 on this chart here. And as you can see, and I'll zoom into this a little bit. As you can see, we've been up here testing this range quite a bit, but this is very, very similar to what we saw back in 2019. this was also a retrace. Well, yeah, clear out these trend precognition signals and make it easier to see. We saw back then this was a retrace of the at the moment, at the time, that was the all-time high around 20K, and then retraced to that macro low. And we saw price rally back into the golden pocket here. Test, fail, retest, fail, test again, and then break down further. Now, I'm not suggesting that we're going to see the same kind of breakdown that we saw here, because this wicked candle right here was the COVID crash. So I'm not suggesting that we're going to break down that deep. I'm also not suggesting that it's going to take this long to work our way out of this. That was June 2019 to October 2020. So no, I'm not suggesting that it's going to be like this in terms of depth or length of time. But what I am suggesting is you need to be prepared for a potential correction here, and a significant one. As on the dailies, we've been holding here recently at the 100-day moving average. I want to see what this looks like here. If we go to the high and look at these corrections, that's 20%, and we see 20% corrections a lot, right? That's not out of the norm for Bitcoin. If we were to go 30%, that would get us down to the 200-day moving average. And let's just see if that matches anything on the monthly, right? On the monthly, if we were to go 40%, that's down to the 100. And if we were to make it down to the trend line, depending on when that happens, that's nearly a 50% retrace. I'm not saying that these things are going to happen, but I am saying you should be prepared for something like that to happen, because risk management is what keeps you in the game. I hope you found the analysis helpful. And if you like it, please comment and share it and help me grow the channel. I really, really appreciate that. If you're interested in the tools like trend precognition and fire charts, you can get more info and get them at materialindicators.com. Have a great week, my friends.